Introducing one of the largest organs you have never heard of.
This is what the inside of a blood vessel looks like. Endothelial cells make up the vascular endothelium. The endothelium lines 60,000 miles of blood vessels. It is a layer of single cells with a huge job. It provides nutrients and oxygen to the tissue surrounding it and sends out signals to the immune system. It also produces nitric oxide to help keep blood flowing. Here is an easy-to-understand example of the inside of a blood vessel. The red endothelial cells line the inside. Around them are the smooth muscle cells of the blood vessel. Collagen or connective tissue keeps it all together. Endothelial cells produce nitric oxide, which allows for the normal process of blood flow. Nitric oxide dilates, or expands, the blood vessel. This allows for the normal process of blood flow. Blood cells carrying oxygen and taking away carbon dioxide pass through the blood vessels, and are in direct contact with endothelial cells. White blood cells also pass through the vessel along with nutrients. Not only does nitric oxide expand blood vessels, but it also reduces clotting, keeping platelets from clumping together. Nitric oxide also keeps white blood cells from sticking to blood vessel walls. Nitric oxide controls fluid, electrolytes, and other substances passing from the blood to tissues. Finally, it keeps smooth muscle cells from multiplying. What happens when you eat saturated fats? Unbelievably, saturated fats negatively impact the vascular endothelium. The endothelial cells are unable to produce nitric oxide. Instead of expanding or dilating, the blood vessels can constrict, leading to high blood pressure. Without nitric oxide, the endothelial cells release compounds like inflammatory cytokines, which recruit white blood cells from the immune system. They release reactive oxygen species. These are unstable molecules that damage DNA, RNA and proteins. The endothelial cells act as though they are under attack by germs. If endothelial cells can't produce nitric oxide over long periods of time, vascular damage occurs. The endothelial cells lose their membranes, die, and are released into circulation. So an initial insult of free fatty acids from saturated fat actually sets off a vicious circle where nitric oxide production is reduced further and further. Sorta makes you want to lay off saturated fats. Doesn't it?